Hi, welcome back. So, we're going to talk a little bit about the Hindu goddess Durga. And before we dive in, I just want to say a little something about the way I see the myths and the metaphors of these different goddesses. First of all, you don't have to be into Hinduism to get great insights and value from these different stories. Rather than seeing the gods and goddesses as something outside yourself, something that you might bow down to or make an offering to or pray to, you can instead think of them as symbolic of different energies that live through you. It's one of the things that's so great about the Hindu pantheon is there's so many different goddesses. There's not just one right way to be, but all the different flavors of the feminine are represented. So we can recognize that we have a lot of different aspects to ourselves, and there's a lot of different ways that we can be. So we'll talk about the goddess Durga as if she is something outside of us, but always remember that really she's a representation of an energy that lives within each of us already. Durga is the warrior goddess. She's incredibly powerful, incredibly strong, but everything she does comes from her heart. No matter what she's dealing with, she stays fully relaxed. She never loses her center. Instead, she stays totally connected to the energy that lives through her and to what matters most to her. She's uncompromising in her commitment to truth, and that's where she gets her power. Durga appears in the myths at a very dark time. It's a time of war when the gods and the demons have been fighting forever. And you can look at this myth in the same way you might interpret a dream, where you are every character in the story. The demons representing your more negative aspects of you, so the parts of you that are more full of fear and doubt, and the gods and goddesses represent your higher selves, the loving part, the hopeful, the kind parts of you. So here we have the gods fighting against the demons and nothing is working. Finally, the gods get so desperate that they go to the Mahashakti, the great mother energy, and ask her to take form to come help them. And this is a significant part of the story because it tells us that we have to go to Durga to ask her for help. She will come when we ask, and all we have to do is turn our attention there for her to come. But she doesn't just come on her own. We have to ask her. So that's kind of a key point of this story. Anyway, when she is asked, she comes out, right? She's right there. She says, okay, I'm going to come help. And she takes the form of Durga. She comes out riding on this magnificent lion or tiger. And that represents the Shakti, that powerful, vibrating, pulsing energy of the universe that she's totally connected with, totally plugged into. In each of her many hands, she has a different tool or a weapon that's been given to her by one of the gods. So in one hand, she's got Shiva's trident. In another, she has Vishnu's discus. She's got Yama's sword, Vayu's bow and arrow, and many more too. Very, very well prepared. But she is not anxious in any way. So she's not leaning forward in the saddle, so to speak. She's leaning back, totally relaxed, totally calm, totally cool, totally collected. She's exquisitely beautiful. So here comes this gorgeous goddess riding in on this amazingly magnificent animal. And she does what needs to be done. She slays the demons. She kills the evil. She clears out the negativity. And everything she does out of love. She does out of her unwavering commitment to her truth. She never loses sight of what it is that she's here to do, and that's what comes first. So what Durga shows us is the possibility of engaging in life fully, but from a different place. The journey to confidence is not about putting on some outer thing, of putting on a costume or a show of being strong, of being worthy, of being capable. But it's about rooting yourself in something that you love. It's something that you are more committed to, that's bigger than your fears and your doubts. It's really about connecting to what matters most to you and never losing sight of that. If you keep your heart and your gaze and your energy pointed in the direction of what you really, really care about, then no matter what demons show up, they are nothing compared to that commitment. One of the best things you can do to help increase your confidence is to get crystal clear on what it is that matters most to you. You have to ask yourself what it is that you're ready to commit to. What are you willing to serve every day, wholeheartedly, with complete devotion for the rest of your life? When you align yourself with that, when you let that be your North Star, your guiding light, then everything else falls into place. That becomes way more important than any little nagging fears that might creep in, or any doubts, or any old stories of who are you to do this, or how can you possibly do that. All of that stuff just becomes background noise, and you are standing strong and clear and focused. Nothing will stop you. And the sweetest thing about this is that it's not a hard or rigid strength. It's a strength that comes from the heart, from love. So everything is infused with a soft femininity that's actually stronger and more sustainable in the long run. So that's Durga's strength, and that is your strength as a woman. I hope you've enjoyed hearing this story. You'll get a chance to do some yoga practices a little bit later that will help you to tap into the energy of her and really feel it in your own body. Thank you so much for listening. Namaste.